Okay, so we'll just go through it once again or very quick. So today we'll going to cover three topics. One, a brief overview about the BFC, how BFC works, and how it can be helpful for you to perform bulk operations. Second, how we can do a quick purchase from a free to paid version. And the last would be the installation process and how we can activate a free version to a paid version, right? So once you install the application, so this is how the UI comes out for the BFC. In case if you are facing any kind of issue, you can search in the app launcher a keyword BOFC, which can give you a tab called BOFC Home, and you can land on to the home page of the application, right? Okay, so here in this application, we have defined the operations on the different categories. For example, we have the operations for the field levels, object level operations. We have the field permissions operations, profile operations, clone, export, layouts. So there are multiple categories which we have: the layouts, permission sets, process builders, validations, and many more, right? Okay, so now each category has a lot of operations which can be useful in your day-to-day life of working on the Salesforce, right? So we'll go through few of the features which are the key features of this application which can help you out. The first operation is the main is a field creation, which is a must operation if you are doing any migration from one org to another org, or if you have any requirement where you want to create a bulk amount of fields. So very easy. You can just select the first step as to select the object in which you want to create the fields. Second step, select the profiles to which you want to assign the permissions. You can select multiple profiles. Then you can select what kind of permission you want to assign to the profiles, read all, edit all. You can define the layouts on which the field should be added out. Next, we have three type of actions. One, if you want to copy the fields from any of your external org, then you can directly do it from here. Just click this button. It will show you this pop-up. Just select the source org from where you want to import the uh, fields or the object. Enter the API name of object. For example, I'm taking this object. The brand sandbox is my other sandbox and my external log from where I want to copy my account object, right? So I want to copy my accounts object. So I will just enter the name of the object and will click on this button. So once I click on this button, it's going to bring me all the custom fields of this accounts object from the brand sandbox org, which is not linked to the current org in which the BFC is, right? So this is a one way where you can bring out the fields from any of your external org. Second is if you want to add 10 text rows, you can just uh, you can just select the 10 rows you want to add, which field type you want to add. You can just select 10. If you want to add 10 number fields, just select 10 number and click on the add. So it will add 10 blank row for you, and where you can fill out your fields very quickly, right? The third way is you can select a file. If you have any kind of an Excel ready with the files with the fields, and you can directly import it here and you can create them. So this is where you can create your bulk fields in a very few simple steps using three different methods, right? So this is when you want to create a set of fields. Any questions here? You are happy to stop me anywhere if you have any kind of issue, any concerns on the functionality. The next big feature is a clone object. Now, if you have a requirement that you are having one Salesforce org, and then you're going to move on to another Salesforce org, right? And you want to do an exact copy of the object from one org to another org, how you can do it. So if that object has 300 fields, so it can take your 2 to 3 days at least if you're going to copy them one by one. Now, this feature can do it in 5 minutes. the same work of 3 days. So very simple. Select the source org from where you want to bring the object or clone the object. Let's take an example, Brian only. From here, I want to copy my accounts object. I want to create an exact copy of this object. I want to create a new target object in this current org. I can just give any name, test Brian copy. So do I need to copy all the custom fields? Do I need to copy all the relationship fields? Do I need to clone all the formula fields? Once I select my action, I can define the field permissions of the new object as well, right? So, so once I'm done with the configuration of this, I can just click on this button and my process to clone will start. Okay, so now the first step is I want to create new object. Yes, I will click on this create and my new object will be ready. Right now, what is when we click on the create, what is happening in the backend? So it is working two things. One, it is creating a new object for you. Second, it is going to analyze the fields of your source object, like how many are custom fields, how many are relationship fields, and how many are your formula fields, so that we can create them one by one. We cannot create formula fields and the normal fields together because formula fields can have a reference of your normal fields. So that's why we follow them in a step-by-step manner, right? So we're going to see it how it comes going to come out in the next couple of seconds. So no need to refresh the page, just keep it as it is until the process get complete. And let's see. Okay, so my new object is ready. You can click on the view object and you can check out your new object, which is a new object. It's a blank object which copy all the object configuration from there. Let's see it out. Okay, so this is a object which got copied, test brand copy. And right now this object is not having any custom fields. Okay, now let's go back to the clone object and let's see what is there. So this shows us that there are 170 normal fields, custom fields. There are 15 relationship fields and there are 25 formula fields. Now we have to click on this create one by one and the action will get complete for you. So let's click on the first 100. So if you count the numbers, it's around almost 210 fields are there, which we are going to create. Now, if you have to create them 200 manually, it generally takes around 2 days of time to create them manually by copying each and everything, each and every property of the field, everything. Let me take it into the classic. The classes shows the exact number as well. 1 second. Can you see the fields are coming now? 37 are here. Let's refresh it. 97. So you can see 97 fields are created. Now we have placed the request for 100, but 97 got created. So where are three fields? So if you will scroll it down, you will see the three fields got error out because of some reason. And those errors you can remove or you can manually create those fields which are not created. So in this way, the 100 fields are created in only few minutes only for you. The rest, the same way you can click them one by one, and the process will complete. So this is how you can clone an entire object from one Salesforce org to another Salesforce org, right? In few minutes. Any questions from anyone on this? Happy to answer it. Any questions from anyone?
No, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. So let's move on to the another big feature, which is the layout comparisons. So layouts, what is layouts and how useful they are for us in a Salesforce. So let's take an example. I have a case object, right? Now on the case, I have five layouts, and I have around 100 fields on the case, right? Now I want to know which field is on which object, right? Sorry, my mistake. I want to know which fields are available on which layouts. Is there any field which is not used on any of the layout, so that you can think about it, and if it's not required you can delete it, right? So we just want to see a side by side comparison of fields and see are they available on the layout or not. So this feature is going to give you exact thing for it. So you can go to the export layout feature where you can select the object, and you can select export fields availability on the layouts. It's going to give you a report in form of a matrix. Let's see how it comes out. So once you select the object, you can just click on the fetch layouts. It will show you all the layouts of that particular object. So it has five case layouts. I have selected all of them. And now I will click on the second button to initiate the export. So it will take few couple of minutes, not couple of minutes, next 10 to 15 seconds to complete the process. Okay, it's very quick now. So here is a link where you can download the report which you got. Just click on it and it will download the sheet for you. Now here is the sheet and here is the result. So all these fields which are coming here are the standard fields, right? And here we have the columns as a layouts. Now it shows that account ID is available on all the layouts. This shows that asset ID is not available on any of the layouts. If I see the comparison of this one, closed it. So closed it is available on these four layouts and it is not visible on this test CR layout. If I go with the custom fields, I will, let me take a very good example. Hmm, okay. So I can, let's take this one, engineering required number. Let me, sorry, increase the, okay. So you can see engineering required number, this column, right? So this shows that this field is available on these, is not available on these two layouts, but it's there on other three. So in this way, you can analyze which fields are available on which layouts, and you can take your decision depending upon that, right? So it's a side by side comparison of your multiple layouts about all the fields which you have in your object, right? Any questions on this feature? Okay, silence means no. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Perfect. So another we have is process builders. So nowadays we have a lot of process builders in the system, and it's always a requirement to like how we can do a documentation of it, how it can be useful. The documentation can be, and if you want to share it with someone else, or if you want uh, to do the any project analysis, project requirement gathering, so you it will be required to have the an export of the process builders. In Salesforce, we are not having any option where you can get an export of the process builder, but this feature can give you the same thing. Let's take an example. I want to export the process builders from the Brian org only. Let's take an example. I will click on the fetch active processes, and it's going to take a few 10 to 30 seconds for the processing to complete. Okay, it's 85% done. So let's wait for, okay, it's ready. So what I have done is I have selected the export. I have selected my org, brand org, and I'm going to see all the process builders of this org. So when I click on it, it's going to show me a list of process builders in this org, right? Now, if I want to see what is the summary of this process builder, let's take an example, outreach hyphen update initial sequence leads. You can just click on this view process summary and it's going to show you the summary of this process builder. Now, here is a summary. So when this process builder starts, this process builder is on the lead object. This process will execute on the object lead whenever a record is created or edited, right? So this is step two. Step three, it shows all the decision boxes which we have in the process builders. In the first criteria, in the first decision box, what is the criteria? In the first decision box row, what are the different actions which you have? Like here it is to update the records of a lead object whenever the criteria meets all the conditions, right? So this way it shows you a detailed summary of your process builder, right? So you can see the summary of either each of the process builders one by one, or you can take export by selecting all the checkboxes. Sorry, by selecting all the process builders and clicking this button, second button, which is export details with summary. So once you click on it, it will give you an Excel sheet with export of all the process builders with their summaries in a few simple steps, in a few seconds only, right? So this is how you can take an export of process builders. Now, sometimes there is a requirement like you want to compare the process builders across two different orgs. Like in the sandbox and production, you want to compare, do we have the same process builders? Do we have the same version activated in both the orgs, right? So in that case, the comparison feature is going to take the role of it. So let's go with the comparison feature. Let me take the brand org again and let's go with the test 2 org. So I have these two orgs where I want to compare, right? The two orgs which you're going to select out, they can be linked org or they can be non-linked org as well. It's not required to have a link between two different orgs, right? They can be independent orgs as well. So once you select the two orgs, you can just click on this button. So let's wait for the process to complete. Okay, so it's ready and we can view the results. Okay, now it has two columns. One column is showing me all the process builders of the first org, which is selected org, and the second section gives me all the process builders of the second org. Now here I can compare them line to line. If there are any similarity between the two orgs and their process builders, you can change them by this filter display. I want to see all the common process builders. So I can see the brand org is having the process builder this with this name on this object as an active version 5. But the other org is having the same process builder, but it's on some other object with another version. So it you can do a line by line comparison of your process builders and you can find out the differences, right? Any questions on this feature? So this is
Yes,
how.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Can you compare the process builders in one org to itself? Like I want to know common processes we would have where we might have a duplicate process in the same org.
But you cannot have a two process builders with the same name.
Yeah, they don't have the same name, but they have very similar functions.
Okay,
And
so
we'd be looking to maybe combine them. So we'd want to see what process builders we have that we could combine. Would this work for that?
okay, so just to give you an update on it, so next week we are coming with another feature on this one only in the comparison where you can compare the summary of two process builders as well, whether they are in the same org or different orgs.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So next week we're coming with that feature where you can compare the summary as well of the process builders across two different orgs, or whether it's in the same org as well, and you can do the comparison of it. Okay, so let's move on to the next another feature which we have in the BFC, which is your okay. So we'll just go through it on bigger level. So you can compare the field permissions, or you can compare the you can export the field permissions. You can update the field permission as well using the BFC. You can export profiles. You can compare profiles across multiple orgs. You can export. You can clone. I have already displayed you how the feature works. Layout I have given you. Idea. Possibility I have given you. Next we have the validation rules. So that's also another big feature. So in the validation rule, you can create, delete, export in a bulk for the validation rules. We have added a new feature last week only, and this feature is compare. So you want to compare the validation rules across two different orgs. You can easily do it in a very similar way, the way we have done for the process builders. So you can select the two orgs, right? And for example, I want to compare the process builder on account object. So this is the API name of the object of the first org, which I've selected out. And this is the name of the API object in which in the third org, right? So I'm going to compare the validation rules of two orgs, right? And there is a object names. I will click on this button and it's going to show me the results for it. Okay, so here's the result. So these two orgs have uh, validation rules in this way. If I have any common validation rules, it will show me any common with the same name, or it's there. Or if it's not there, it will, you can just have a complete check as well. So this feature comes into a picture if you are comparing the validation rules across two different orgs which are linked to each other in a sandbox or production. So you want to compare the validation rules, which one are active, which one are not active. So you can easily compare them, right? So this is how the comparison works. You can also take an export of all the validation rules. You can create the validation rules in a bulk. You can update them as well. Like if you want to deactivate the rules bulk in a bulk, you can do it. So this is how the validation works for it. You can take an export of your workflow rules. So workflow is another big thing. Like for documentation purpose, if you want to take an export of the workflow, right? So uh, let me choose any objects. Okay, let's take an example. I'm having these objects and I want to take an export of workflow, and I want to take export of everything: rule, field update, task, email alerts, out messages. I can just click on it. So once I click on it, it's going to give me the Excel file. So here is the result of it. So here is my object name on which the workflow is. This is my first workflow rule. And these are the workflow details, like what is a workflow, what is the description, active, criteria, filter logic. It's going to show me the workflow field update, whichever field updates are on this workflow email alerts, task, and auto message. So this is the complete one workflow with all the details. The same way it comes with a second workflow with all the details. So in this way, you can easily document your all the workflow rules which you have in your system, and you can do it in the upcoming releases which we have planned out. So we are also coming with a feature where you can clone the workflow from one org to another org in a very few simple steps. Any questions on the workflows? Okay, so the same way we have a lot of features in this application. If I talk about the list views, this is the latest feature which has been added yesterday only. The list views. Some in many companies, in many organizations, there are many list views are there, and like around 100, 200 list views are there for different users and for different people and different customers. So if you are adding any new field in the system, you cannot add them directly on a list view. What you have to do is you have to open each and every list view and add the field there, right? So adding a field in the list view, and if you have to do it for 100 list views, it can take a lot of time for you. This feature can save your time here as well. So just select this add. You want to add a field or remove a field, right? Select your object, fetch your list views, select your list views. If you want to select multiple list views, and select the field which you want to add to the list view. Simple, and just click on it. Your field, whichever field you have selected out, will be added to all the list views which you selected out in very simple steps. That's it. No need to open every list views and add the field one by one. Very easy, right? Any questions on the list views?
Yeah. So if you want to add like a certain field, or if you want to like rearrange the columns for those list view, so
Okay.
is there a way to do that?
So you can, right now we are having this feature, we just have two options. One is remove and add.
I see. So it's
I can,
always at the end of the
yeah, it will be adding to the end only. Yeah. Now,
okay.
I think that's a good advice. That's a good option which you have given to rearrange the items as well. So I can give an option where you can arrange the sequence of the fields as well, like how we can do it.
Right, because right now we have a client, they have like 120 list view, and they want to like rearrange, those the fields in a certain like order for all those list view, and then they want to add like a field to all those list view, like at a certain locate like certain locations, right? So it's not at the end of the list view. So
Sure, I will take this advice and will try to add that feature as well in this option.
okay, thank you.
Perfect. So next we have okay. So we have a lot of features. So you can go through it. You can explore it and let me know if you have any issues on it. Okay. Next we have how we can activate any version. So for example, you have got the key. So whenever you complete a purchase, okay, let's go with the purchase process first. So once you think you are okay with the application and you think the application can be useful for you, so very easy steps, you can purchase a full version. So you can go to the BOFC official web page. From here, you can click on the pricing tab on the top. Select the best plan which you have, which you think can be useful for you. If it's a starter, basic, professional, or enterprise, whichever you think is the best for you, you can select the package and click buy now. So here you have to just fill your name and email and choose the best payment method. The payment can be done via PayPal, which is a pay if you have a PayPal account. You can also pay via credit card, debit card, or Amex card. All the options are available for you, right? So once you have selected the payment method, you can just click on the proceed to payment and complete your transaction. So within 1 to 2 hours of your transaction is complete, you will receive an email from automated email from the BFC team, which will have an activation key in it, right? So just keep that activation key with you and copy it. Go back to the Salesforce instance where you have the application installed, right? Let's go back to the Salesforce. Let's come to the home page of the BFC. Go to the settings. It will open the dashboard for you. Click on the activate. Right now this is already activated. Like, let me just revoke it. Just make it normal, free version. Okay, right now it's free version. So just click on the activate/revoke and copy your key here, right? Just click on the activate and wait for the page to reload. So once the page will reload, your full version will be activated. The full version means your paid version is active. So very easy steps to purchase and to activate the license for you, right? On a monthly basis, we used to add new and new features to this application. We upgrade the existing features and we also add new features to the application. So you can go to the version details on the settings and you can check what are the new features added, what are the new enhancements done on the feature, and you can easily upgrade your package by just clicking this button here. If you are on the latest version, this button won't be visible. If you are not on the latest version, this button will be visible to you, and you can just click this button and do the upgrade. No need to go through App Exchange and do an upgrade. Directly do it from here only. It's a very simple step only, right?
Okay. So is this that list view is already the feature for list view is already available?
Sorry, your voice is breaking up.
Sorry, the order for the feature for list view, is it already available?
The feature for list view is in the testing mode right now. So we are
Mhm.
coming that feature on next Thursday. Next Thursday we
Okay.
have a release date, and on next Thursday we are coming with this list view feature. So
Okay, thank
we'll
you.
surely we'll drop an email to you with this list view feature as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Apart from this, we have all useful links as well. You can check out the videos, the blogs and videos references. Just to share one more thing, if you are using any feature and you are facing any kind of an issue, for example, I am on the list view. This is not happening. Okay, I'm on the manage workflow, right? And if you're facing any kind of issue on this, you can just click on this help for this page, or we have the blog written here. So just click on it. It will open the live blog for you, where we have described each and every feature in detail, right? For example, this is a workflow blog. So here we have described all the three different features of the workflow: update rules, delete rules, and export rules. So you can just refer the export rules workflow, and here are all the steps which I have briefed you. Just click on the first step, just go the next step, the next step, next step. Every feature we have explained in the blog. You can anytime refer the blogs on the BOFC site, right? So the clone operation, which I have briefed you, you can refer the blog of it. The clone of it. It's a very highest selling view of blog, I can say. You can see a lot of people are having a view of it and they are using it. You can refer the activation installation videos as well and blogs as well. There we have videos as well on it. You can take your reference and guidance and from here as well on this application. So a complete detail on is there on the BFC application. If you still face any issues, you can contact me anytime using the support link here. In the support section, I have my information here, my name, my email, my number, my Skype address. You can contact me anytime on any platforms. Any questions from anyone? Uh,
No, all good.
sure. So I hope you liked the session, and I hope the session was useful. Like how BFC can be a game changer in your Salesforce using the Salesforce applications, and hope it can solve you a lot of problems. Right?
Great,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you,
good day.
everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining session. Have a